Okay, Sam, so let's talk about impact, mate. We see a lot of players, they get themselves into this position here.
Yes.
From the face on camera, we can see that my hips are going to be back, my hands are going to be back, we're going to addle off. You're going to be in quite a pickle, right? And I was going through your Instagram, make sure you go and check that out, guys. It was a really good field drill with a visual of you presetting players at impact. And I want you to tell us why that is important, and that's something that players at home should do.
Yeah, just to get in that position, people don't really know what it feels like just to even be there, to have pressure, you know, middle-ish of their foot, being on that left foot, you know, 75, 80% at impact and stuff. So mainly, I like setting people up just so they know what it feels like, have the hands a little bit more in front of the club head, and just being able to do that. And then from there, even sometimes I just have them start from there and just hit little shots like that.
Yeah.
But just feeling what impact feels like, it feels way different. Like you said, most people are, you know, way behind and stuff like that. They don't even know what it feels like to, oh wait, I have to be on my left foot. Oh, pressure's moving there. Oh, okay, it's there. Like,
Can be very different, can it?
Yeah. So just getting that feel and just putting their body in that position so they know where they're trying to create a feel for that. I think I've had a lot of success with some people doing that for sure.
Perfect. So if I set up to this ball, mate, and I'll get you to come around here for me.
Yeah.
And I'm going to put myself in a position that we would see a lot of recreational golfers get into, as I was describing before. Now I want you to push the segments, let's say lower body, upper body, handle, and everything into the direction we need to be.
Yep. So this one would be going this way, this one would be going this way, this one would be turning a little bit. Excellent. Yeah. More like that. Okay,
perfect. So some of the key pieces that were really different through that movement there, guys, was number one, my hips were very far back. We can see that if this is the midline of my body, Sam, when I kind of push it forward, my hips might be like slightly forward of that as a reference. It can be exaggerated as a sensation for the player at home that doesn't do this. Definitely more rotated, for sure. How much weight would you say that we would kind of want the players to have at the moment of impact on their front foot? About 80%?
Yeah, 75 to 80%, middle-ish of their foot around there is what 3D showed us, I guess.
Yeah, for sure. And one of the most important concepts to understand when it comes to creating a quality impact position is the reason that we want our weight distribution to be forward, we want our hips rotated, the handle to be forward, is because the golf club needs to work on a descending blow, doesn't it? Right?
Absolutely.
And a lot of players are under the assumption, and it could be just a subconscious misconception, that they're actually there trying to help and scoop the ball up because they think they need to help it up.
100%.
But that's why they designed this club with this loft, right?
Right, exactly.
Okay, let's say that now we've established the understanding of what a good impact would be, and we can summarize that and say hips forward and rotated, handle forward, so we kind of get this nice flat structure of the lead wrist here, and the club looks de-lofted relative to where it was starting. Now, how would players train this into their swing? Because sure, we could have like a little bit of a preset move like a wolf and then take the golf club away, but there's actually a better way to train it through a bit of a training plan that you give your players to work on down at the range. What would that look like?
I think starting a little bit slower, so like them just doing shorter and slower swings, just so they can kind of feel it and understand that, like you said, the hands are in front, so the ball comes off usually a little bit lower. The contact feels different because they're interacting with the ball before the ground. So just doing it slower, just really putting them in that spot, feeling it, going at slower speeds and doing like little pivots with it, just so they can kind of see what that feels like. Sometimes you put the stick in or whatever. But just feeling it and training it at a slower speed and then slowly ramp up your speed. As you're doing it, I feel like sometimes I close their eyes. I make them close their eyes so they can really kind of feel what it feels like to be in that position and stuff. And just have the sensations. And they tell me usually like, oh, I feel it in my left shoulder, and like something like that. And I'm just trying to create feels for them to be able to implement and do it when I'm not there.
Yeah, and that's great advice there from Sam, guys. It's all about open communication with your coach. It wants to be a discussion. It's not us standing there and barking orders, because it's a two-way street, and we need to understand how you feel through different movements that we put in so we can relay that information, maybe clear up any misconceptions. So for this one here, the player who might be in this position with the hips back, the handle back, the low point behind, so they're hitting the ground behind, we would want to preset them hips and hands forward, a little bit more rotated, definitely. We're going to have about 80% of our weight on our front foot. And then what Sam just said there is a fantastical exercise for you guys to practice, is to have a little movement back and then follow through. So you can see it's almost like what it feels like almost lead arm parallel,
Yeah.
level with the ground, to club shaft, level with the ground, and the follow through. And just preset yourself there. Sam said, close my eyes, hips forward, hips open, handle forward, and then just go back and through. We can see that was a little low frozen rope, felt really compressed off the face. And then ramp up the speed, Sam, you said?
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
And then just slowly ramp up the speed. So that was maybe 30%. This one go at like 50%,
Okay.
and make sure that you could do it. And then if you couldn't do it, we would go back to a little bit slower speed, but when you could feel it. So let's go like 50% here. Yeah. There you go. So backswing went a little bit further.
Beautiful. Yeah.
Good.
And contact felt great. Ball came off, it squeezed off the face, which I love to feel.
Yeah.
And look, at home, guys, exactly what Sam was saying. Do a bit of progression regression with your exercises. If you go up to 50 and then all of a sudden you're back here trying to scoop it up, well, make sure you go back to a slower speed, right?
100%. Yeah.
100%. So we're going to go in there again. Now, I've done this quite a few times in my life, so we're going to ramp it up to a little bit more speed.
Love that. Yes. That was good. That was probably 80%, 75%. That was excellent.
Yeah, perfect. And then for that full swing shot, Sam, do we want to preset and then go back from the preset, or is it more so just get the feel here, then go back to a stock position, then hit it?
Yes,
Yeah.
go back to a stock position.
Exactly.
When you're actually starting to get it, yeah, I would just preset it. Yes, know what you're feeling like, what you're trying to get to, exactly. And then now go ahead and recreate that as you're swinging it.
Beautiful.
Excellent.
Look, guys, so if you're struggling with your impact position, your hips and your handle is behind. Some great information from Sam on how to achieve a better impact position and hit the ball more pure. Thanks for watching this video. YouTube thinks that you would benefit from watching this one next. So click that card and it could be the tip that you need to take your game to the next level. I'll see you next time.